Hi, welcome to Binge Buddies with your host, as always, Bryan Dressel. With me, as always, is Matt, Zombie Dog Deacon Frost Dykes.
All right.
He's in headlines these days, that Steven Dorff.
Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah, he had to go out and say that he feels embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson being in Black Widow.
Which actually, if you read the article, it's not anywhere near as bad as the article titles.
Oh yeah, I've read the whole thing, and it's like, okay, I see what you.
He said that he would be embarrassed if he was in those films. From what I read, it's like, yeah, he's not.
Yeah, he did not
I
phrase
hate
it well.
clickbait.
Yeah, I do too, but it's like, I see what you're saying. You probably just shouldn't have said it.
He would be... Wait, hang on. Steven Dorff said he would be embarrassed if he was in Black Widow? Wasn't he in Alone in the Dark?
And Space Truckers. Let's not forget the classic Space Truckers.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like 12 people have seen that, so...
I mean, me and my wife are one of them.
There you go.
That math checked out. That voice there is Drew Quinn Staton.
Yeah,
I made you Donald Logue. I just had to. It was really whichever one of you replied first when I said who will be Donald Logue. Whoever answered first was going to be Donald Logue, and that was Drew.
That's how it works. So if you don't want a certain nickname, just don't say anything.
Well,
there it is.
Now that I know your plan, sorry, Matt.
It's all right. I'm now double bluffing you. Ha ha.
Oh, fuck. Too many bluffs. Anyhow, I haven't said the name of the show yet. Who, What, When, Where, and Why in the Shadows episode. Who, What, When, Where, and Why in the Shadows? That's not the name of it. Who, What, When, Where, and Why We Do in the Shadows. There it is. I put too many words in this title. I might be realizing it now, 6 episodes in. Luckily, we're nowhere near the end, so I got to get used to it at some point. Episode 5.
And technically yeah, episode 5.
Episode 6 of our show, episode 5 of their show. This numbering convention was a bad plan, and I'm sticking to it. This week's episode is Animal Control, an episode that I famously, whenever I look at the list of episodes available in season 1, I'm like, that's probably my least favorite one. I'm not a big fan of that one. And then I watch it, and I'm like, fuck, that is a funny episode. What the hell was I thinking? But I do it every time. Like, I get to this one, and I'm like, them in the animal shelter, I don't really need that one. I could probably skip it. And then I watch it, and I'm like, that's some of the best dialogue in the whole show.
I had the same experience. So when I was coming back and watching these 2 episodes for taking notes and everything, I remember the first one, which was the nightclub one, which we did last week, and this one I was sort of coming, what's this one about again? What is it about? And then it's the animal shelter. I go, oh, okay, yeah. And then within like 5 minutes or something, I'm like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Like, freaking Laszlo in bat form getting beaten with a sweeping brush.
As fucking Nandor and Guillermo watch from across the street, just like, oh, fuck!
Yeah! With that really old-time telescope as well.
Which, and the moment before that, if you remember, is him giving him shit about making fun because he's not a vampire.
Yeah.
But now they're both just in it. It's like, oh God! Like, Nandor is such a buffoon.
He's such a good character. I love Nandor so much. Before we get too far into it, I went last week. Matt, how do you feel about doing a very quick breakdown of this week?
Quick is not in my nature, but let's try this.
I love the confidence.
I think Graham's rubbed off onto me too much.
Hey, that's personal. You don't need to bring that on here. Sorry, Graham. We miss you, Graham. Come back. No offense to Drew. We love Drew as well.
Whatever.
I just take my ball and go home and chill out.
Yeah.
So we open the episode with Laszlo and Nadja have just eaten someone, and they're getting a bit frisky. And then Laszlo wants to eat the new neighbour Phil because he annoys him for some reason. So he turns into a bat and flies into his room, and he's about to eat him when Phil's girlfriend walks in and he turns into a bat to not get caught. But then the girlfriend beats him unconscious as a bat, and then he's then taken away by animal control to animal shelter. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, to an animal shelter. So Nandor and Guillermo have to try and Colin Robinson have to try and get him out of the animal shelter, and they have to be invited into the animal shelter in order to actually get in there. Colin Robinson spends most of his time feeding off the poor animal shelter receptionist guy, and then while all this is happening as well, Nadia is reconnecting with Jeff. Her former lover from several different lifetimes ago, who was known as Grigor, and there's some really fun interactions that they have, including the new Grigor reliving his past lives, including when he was a horse. In an absolutely insanely genius plan, Nandor decides to turn himself into a dog to get inside the animal shelter, and then he's also locked in a cage just underneath Laszlo. And then Nadia comes and just hypnotizes the receptionist to give her the door code, which is 12345, and she just comes and lets them out. And then at the very end, Laszlo basically, because he made a gentleman's agreement with the rest of the animals, sets them all free and is attacked by the animals.
Release your claws, you ungrateful bastards.
Bastards.
Just 3 cats hanging off of him as you're running down the so you just hear that.
And he's got that perfect Matt Berry. Ah!
Yeah. Oh god, the dialogue in this one is just so good though.
And I think that's kind of the best place to start with this, because on paper you just look at a series of events compared to a lot of the other episodes. This one's pretty mundane. It's really oh, their friend got picked up and they got to go pick him up. And I think that's kind of why I had that knee-jerk reaction of oh, it's probably not my favorite one, because not a lot happens in it. And that's true. Not a lot happens in this one. But the dialogue between everyone is so on point in this episode. You even go to Guillermo when Nadia finally shows up. It's oh, thank God. Sorry, goodness.
And Laszlo's speech to the animals, I started writing it down, and I'd forgotten how long it actually is, and I just powered through because at the point so I've got the whole thing written down. Which if that's nobody's moment, I will read that out at the end, because it's just so funny. Just the way he's just talking to these animals, and then each time he makes a statement, it's just interspersed with you just hear this cat going meow. As if it's answering him.
And I love that, they don't really ever answer. Is he successfully talking with these animals, or does he just think he can?
Yeah. Which, knowing Laszlo, I think he thinks he can.
Yeah, beyond playing, his little recorder to get the raccoons to come over to him, we've never seen him have a successful interaction with any animal that he thinks is going to work.
Yeah.
So I honestly think he just thinks it's a superpower that he does not have.
Oh god, I love the idea of him thinking that he is actually communicating with them all, and the fact that they just all attack him at the end is basically, yeah, he can't communicate with them at all.
Or the obvious, they're just cats and they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's also a very real possibility. Hey, you gonna help me out? I hear you, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Run and be free, my comrades. What the fuck?
Also, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but when Nandor was stuck in the cage, why the fuck didn't he just mist out? Did he forget he could do that? Probably.
Yeah, I forgot about the misting.
He doesn't really even have time, because as usual, Nadia comes in and saves everything, because she is, unless it's Guillermo, she's the one that fixes problems.
Yeah.
Oh, and even the way she fixes the problem is just, it shines a light on the fact that how good the storytelling is in the show that we're just right there with them, forgetting all the very obvious vampire things they could do to get out. She just walks in. What's the code to the door? Thank you. Is that really? You're an idiot. But moving on. She just goes in and lets everybody out.
Well, there's that bit.
That was so easy.
There's that bit early on though when Nando says you cannot hypnotize someone into doing something they don't want to do.
Colin Robinson.
And then Colin Robinson's like,
destroys
well,
him.
that's not like that's not really hypnotism then, is it? Really, if they want to do it, that you're not really making them do it.
And that's like one of the few times you see Colin Robinson getting ready to fight somebody. Just that. It's like, oh wow. Yeah. Colin Robinson feels he's onto something here.
And like, oh god, it's such a sleeper moment too, because like, Colin Robinson, I mean, he's actually there for them more than they think, and he is right on point most of the time. It's like, we're looking for a lost pet. Oh, what would it be? A bat. Well, those are illegal. He said cat, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like, without missing a beat. It's just, oh, man.
But even like when he walks
That was
in,
so good.
Hey guys, how's your evening? None of your business. How's yours?
Okay.
Good. Then we're all good.
Ours is too. Yeah. It's like, oh god, even for him, that was just kind of a dick move. He must not be happy he's here.
Yeah, no, he was hungry. He didn't know it. He was just a little hangry, so he just had to eat that guy, and then they're good.
Yep.
Oh god, when it cuts back to him and they're going through the forms, he's like, okay, so this one I need in duplicate, but I don't need this one at all, is what you're saying. Like,
My favorite thing about that is like, please come in, ma'am.
And then she's such a bit part in this, but whenever she pops up, I'm always excited to see her. And I can never pronounce her name, so I feel really bad. But it's Siopion Fallon Hogan. I'm sure I butchered the hell out of that.
I knew I recognized her, so I figured it's like I've seen her in other things before.
She's
oh god, you see her everywhere.
Years. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, she played oh god. She was in Men in Black, for God's sake. Like, she played the wife that they...
Oh, God, yeah, she is, isn't she? She's, is it Edgar? The big
Edgar's
cockroach
wife.
guy?
Yeah. Just wearing, like, an Edgar suit. Got it. No, she's fantastic.
Edgar, your skin is hanging off of your bones. She's so fucking funny. And she can do so many different random things. Like, even in this one, she doesn't have a ton to do, but just we're looking for our pet. What kind of pet? A normal one. A bat? Oh, now bats are illegal. She's just like, she's so excited to do her job and like shoot someone down. Like, she's great. I'm just excited to see her whenever she pops up.
Yeah, I knew I recognized her. Like, as soon as she came on, I was like, I know I've seen her in several things before, and like I couldn't really place any of them. But yeah, as soon as you said Men in Black, I was like, oh god, yeah, she's Thingy's wife.
Yeah, she was. I want to say she was on Saturday Night Live for a while. I
know she was in the cast. I know she was on something because it's on her IMDb, but I wasn't sure if she was actually in the cast. She might have been one of like those famous, like, really short cast members that was on for like 1 year, then everybody got fired. Because I think it was early 90s.
I think you're right.
91 to 92, so she was only on 1 year. She might have been part of that, like, welcome to Saturday Night Live, get the fuck off of Saturday Night Live crew.
Oh my god, that's right. She was in Forrest Gump.
She was in Forrest Gump. Wow, she does show up everywhere.
Yeah, I mean she's one of the great character actors of our day.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying is she's Mr. Ford.
Only Mr. Ford is Mr. Ford. Right. Mr. Ford is not a character actor. He's just a thing that just appears places. His ass is everywhere.
She is the Richard Jenkins.
See our series on Frisky Dingo.
Still salty Mr. Ford does not show up in American the Motion Picture, but I'll get over that. All right, so if that's kind of the animal shelter, there's a lot of great lines. I'm sure we'll kind of get into when we get into favorite moments, a lot of those really great lines. But for me, honestly, the best part of this episode is not the A story. It's Nadia and fucking Jeff Suckler in the B story.
Yeah.
It is. Like, if you didn't like Jeff Suckler in the first episode that he shows up in, I get it. He doesn't really do a lot. The joke is the fact that she doesn't really know what to do with him. in this episode, it's like, oh, this is why this guy's here. Holy shit,
Yeah.
is this guy funny?
Yeah. Him miming, like pantomiming, or however you describe it, like a horse, is just amazing.
Yeah, impersonating. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like next life. Clop, 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 clop. And this is what I'm talking about, man. He literally trots off camera, and you see the look in Nadia's eye where she's like, I remember this one. And like all that could entail is shown in her face. Oh God,
But
she
it's
is such a good actress.
It's another one of those moments that comes from earlier where it's a joke entirely based on something else said earlier, and they don't really explain it in the
Yep.
moment. You had to be paying attention earlier. It's
Yep.
like, when he was a horse, I'd ride him naked through the streets, and that's it. And they move past it. And then later on, when she's having to go through his life, she's like, next life. Oh God, I know what this is. Like, the audience is so in on the joke, you just feel a part of it. It's so well done.
But like she has a look on her face that is just like creepy uncle. Like it is on point. And it says again, it says so much about their relationship. Oh God.
But it's not even just
She's
the horse.
fucking brilliant.
Every one of them was funny. Even the original Gregor, like the, I did everything for you, my love, and hark, a rider approaches. He has a sword and ha! And then it goes like the washerwoman, and he completely changes everything. No, miss, he'll see us, miss.
No.
I'll not find out. Like, it's so goddamn funny.
And every time it always ends with like, oh no, something's coming towards my neck.
Yeah, because he keeps getting fucking decapitated. I love it too. Like when it's later on in the episode and they're in the fucking car park, and he's like, I didn't know any of this earlier, and now I'm just losing it. Like, can we just fuck here right now? Like,
And it just turns
like
into all those rats as well.
yeah,
The rat
of
pile
rats.
is so good. Like, of course,
Just
Jeff
cries in
Suckler
terror.
is like, he's in a police car losing his mind at the end of the episode because of course he is. Just screaming out all of his lives, just like, oh no, I'm a washerwoman. I am Gregor.
Right,
Yeah.
man. I'll ask the rat pile.
Yep, yeah, he snapped. But I also like when he's trying to defend himself and all these lives he's had with Nadia. He's like, I've died for you multiple times, and she's like, you died for me
You
one
died
time.
for me
Yeah,
once. The rest
of the time, you just kind of got decapitated.
The rest of them are just accidents.
Yeah, just accidents. But all that is great. But we're not even talking about like the date they go on before all of that. All of that's amazing
my God.
too.
Jesus
Like,
Christ. The
Nadia,
popcorn.
when she deals with the guys who made fun of her, like they walk by, Goth sucks, just like being funny, just idiots, and she's just, please don't kill them, don't do it.
Oh,
I
I wasn't going to do anything.
And then she gets annoyed that he wouldn't.
Oh.
She just throws
She just
him
walks
through the
over.
booth.
Yeah.
Oh God,
He's
what
playing the
happened?
game
Duffy? He
wrong.
was playing the game wrong. That is my second favorite moment in this episode, and they are both Nadia moments. Oh God.
But this would be the return of the no longer blood puke. This would be like the, oh, I got us popcorn. What is that? It's popcorn. Just eat it. No, thank you. Eat it. No. This is the immediate puke everywhere. Well, not really everywhere. Into a trash can. She's very strategic about it. Would you like some more? No.
Yes, that was nice. No, that it's enough for me. No.
Poor Nadia.
It's the way she eats it as well. It's so good. Just the way she's just like. It's literally like someone's here. It would be saying to me, for example, here, eat this spider. Eat this spider. It's like, no.
But she's a good sport. She does do it. She eats the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And then immediately turns and goes.
I also like, just dialing back even further, I love the whole inspiration of going to see Jeff Suckler. That just came out of like Matt Berry's like, hey, we should bang, but I want a snack first. And she's like, okay, just go ahead. Okay. You're being very boring. I'm out of here. It's like,
Yeah.
we're just like,
Yeah, the lead up line to even that is like, because you barely hear it through the window. Submit to my dark power.
Yeah.
It's just like, when's the last time I submitted to his dark power?
Yeah.
Right. I'm bored.
Oh God, I absolutely love the way that Laszlo describes it as well. All right, what say we retire to our bedchamber and slip into some informal evening wear? And by that I mean the nude.
He's
Just the
such
use
a
of
schmo.
the nude.
He's one of those actors I'm not sure if I could ever meet, because if he's not just his persona, I'd be a little disappointed. And I'm sure he's like most likely not, because he'd be the most exhausting person ever. But I'd still be a little disappointed.
I feel like there'll still be a bit of that persona. Now, like I've seen interviews with him, and that persona still seems to be there. But I think maybe he's playing it up for the interviews as well a little bit. But I feel like if you're in a situation where you're gonna be meeting him, unless it's just out and about, like at a convention, he'd probably be putting on the persona at those anyway. So I feel like that will be a good way to experience him. Like just seeing him in a restaurant somewhere, maybe not.
Yeah, most likely. Oh well, I'll scratch that off my to-do list. All right, what have we missed in this one? I know there's some favorite moments that I've been kind of like keeping in my back pocket that we should talk about.
My favorite moment is the thing that I haven't talked about yet, because it is again a Nadia thing. So
yeah, I'm worried about stepping on someone's favorite moments with some of the things to talk about.
So then maybe we should just jump into favorite moments. And Drew, you went first last week, but I don't want to steal your Nadia moment. I have a very, very sinking suspicion that we have the same one. So I'll let you go first because I have a backup.
It is. It's the what she's talking about his name.
Yep, we had the same one.
Like,
I've been looking at this
Jeff.
quote.
It's like a weak ejaculation. Just Jeff. Like, how absolutely demoralizing to any man ever. And it's just like the look on his face is just like, I mean, I like you, but that's. And then he even says, he's like, okay, you're being really mean to me, and I don't.
But
and then
it's
she's
like you're
just
being
fucking
mean to
done.
me, and my dad, and my grandpa, and that's where I draw the line. It's like, oh Jeff,
God.
You're not standing up for yourself. I know that's what you think you're doing, but you're failing spectacularly.
Yeah, that is my favorite moment of this episode. It's Jeff.
Yeah, it's just the way she says it. It's like, Jeff.
And even like the hand motion, all of it.
Yeah.
Like she just destroys him in like 10 words.
And then she's so just over it right after it happens. She say, Jeff. And then she just turns and like starts to walk away. It's just, oh God.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant. So my backup moment is not a Nadia moment, because that might be the best moment in the entire first season for all I'm concerned. Mine comes from they have to rescue Laszlo because he's a bat in a cage. So they go for it. They find an open window. Nandor flies up, finds a bat in a cage, and leaves. And they're all proud of themselves. They saved Laszlo. They open the cage, and the bat fucking flies off. And like, that fucking guy. No thank you.
Into Guillermo's face to start with.
Yeah, into Guillermo's face first, and then fucks off. And then Guillermo's like, are you sure it was the right one? And just the look on everyone's face. And then they hit it with Colin Robinson's explanation of like, so what happened was... that was just a bat that was being treated here that Nandor just released into the wild. A sick bat. Just a sick bat. And just the Guillermo, I think the icing on the cake for that is Guillermo like, should I get tested for rabies? And then Colin Robinson hits him with, not now, Guillermo.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to get taken down by your master, but now fucking Colin Robinson is like, fuck off, Guillermo. Such a great moment.
Yeah, I mean, like I loved the bit earlier on as well where she's showing the pictures of Laszlo as a bat, and she says, "Look at his little hat," and it's just making when they're turning into like a bat, do they still have their clothes on now? And it's kind of answering that thing of they're still in these tiny little, these bats are then in tiny outfits with tiny hats and whatever the clothes that they've been wearing.
Yeah.
I also love the explanation of what is that right there? No, it's a bat's erect penis.
Yeah.
Laszlo. This immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Laszlo then.
Oh God.
All right, Matt, what was your favorite moment?
So I'll go with Laszlo's speech. Silence, my four-legged friends. I sent you out angry tonight, and with good reason, for we have been imprisoned. Yes, without trial. Now is the time to hoist our oars and row towards freedom. Agreed? Meow. Thank you. Now I'm assuming there is a cat in the cage to my right. Meow. Excellent. You will succumb to my dark power, and you will undo your latch and free me. Loosen your latch and free me. And then the animal control person walks in, and you hear Laszlo go, "Oh shit, bat!" That whole moment is just fucking brilliant.
It's just the animal replies. If it was just him talking, it would just be funny because it's Matt Berry. But if it wasn't the fact that he pauses and waits for animals to reply, that's what makes it fucking hysterical.
Yeah. I'm assuming there's a cat in the cage to my right. Meow. Excellent.
And then he just hits him immediately with a, "You shall succumb to my dark power."
You will undo your latch and free me. Meow. Loosen your latch and free me.
God damn. And I also love that he still is just totally unaware that he's failing miserably. When Nadja comes in, he's like, "Oh, I almost had it. I had the cat in the cage next to me who was about to let me free." It's like,
Yeah.
No, you didn't, Laszlo. You would be in there till morning, and there'd be a cage of dust. Thank God for Nadja. All right,
God.
I think we've done it.
We did it.
We did it, guys. We covered another episode. So that would mean next week, and Mother of God next week. If you've been a fan of stories about the Baron, if you're really excited when the Baron showed up, oh boy,
good.
does it all pay off next week. Next week's episode is Baron's Night Out. And mother of fuck, is it a funny episode.
I nearly, the last time I was watching, when I was watching these ones for my notes, I nearly let it go straight on to the next episode because I saw that title again and I was like, oh my God, that's going to be so good. I know that's going to be good. Just from the title name, I know that that's going to be an amazing episode. It's
an amazing episode. And I want to spoil things so bad, but I know I shouldn't. Just like the hat from a few weeks ago. I'm like, I want to tell you everything about the hat, but I shouldn't. I will say this much for both next week and the week after. I know the trailers are all up on IMDb and YouTube and whatnot for each episode. I wouldn't watch them. They spoil a few too many jokes, in my opinion, for at least the next two. I think they kind of do in general, but they're not bad. These two, I think, are pretty important that you don't watch. Specifically, the week after Baron's Night Out. That one, you do not want a fucking thing spoiled for you going into it. Do not look at the IMDb page. Don't look up the trailer. Don't look up the description. Just go into it. I'm trying to give you 2 weeks warning.
Don't read the episode name.
Let me look at the episode name. You could read the episode name. You'd be safe. But I would stop there because if you get anything else spoiled for you, you will be very disappointed. It'll still be hilarious, but it's way better if you don't know it's coming. So that's 2 weeks away. Next week, though, is still a goddamn hilarious episode with Baron's Night Out. Let's do a very quick round of plugs, and we'll say goodbye. For this show and every other show on the ATH Network, be sure to check out athpod.com. I believe at this point we have wrapped up Jackie Chan month, and we're on to Richard Donner month, which is going to be a lot of fun. As of this recording, we have not started yet, so I don't have any movies to say we're going to do, other than for sure we will be doing Superman 2, the Donner cut, at some point. I'm just not sure where in the month that will land. But
and one of the Lethal Weapon films.
Most likely one of Lethal Weapon films. There is a slight chance it gets bumped, but I seriously doubt it, especially since we're doing 5 weeks. It'll probably be Lethal Weapon 2, but I don't know for sure yet. But there's will be a lot. The only one I have 100% confirmed is Superman 2, the Donner cut. Drew, what's going on with Demon Days?
Demon Days is still up and running. Go check it out. It's available on iTunes and Google Play, all your favorite places that podcasts are available. It's 3 thirsty tieflings working their way through a world trying to find their place in it, or their place in destroying it. They're not really sure yet. So come check it out. And you can find me over on Twitch at Strength24.
Cool. Matt, I'm going to do the same thing we did last week. I kind of like that. Since we don't have new ones right now, what would be a great old article for them to revisit?
Ooh. I was thinking about this one last week. I thought it's a big one to go into, but I think I'll recommend it this week. My Babylon 5 article was like, it's the first real big deep dive one that I did. That was, it was like 10 pages when I wrote it, and when I originally shared it to Twitter, I tagged the creator of Babylon 5 in it, his Twitter account, on the off chance. And he retweeted it, and that article crashed the ATH website. So
sure did. Yeah, we were down for quite some time.
Yeah, so go give it a read. It was very well received in the the places where I'd sort of like shared it and got feedback on. A lot of people really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you've seen Babylon 5, go read it. If you haven't, don't, I guess. Go watch Babylon 5, then read it.
There you go. All right. So be sure to tune in next week when we do Baron's Night Out, and then, yeah. I was gonna say maybe we'll have Joel or Graham back, but I have no idea if that will be the case. So I don't want to promise things I can't promise. But I can say bye. So I
promise I'll be there.
Well, Matt, you're always there. I don't have to worry about you.
I'm like a bad rash.
Maybe you're our Colin Robinson. Anyhow, bye.
Bye.
Bye.